Sarah?
I'm 29.
Okay. All right. And what's next for you between now and the trials, do you think?
Well, in about an hour, I will have a beer. That's all I know for sure. I've contemplated the idea of bouncing back to run CIM because watching Sarah Hall do that last year and perform so well, it's been really inspiring to see all these women who are able to run back-to-back marathons and perform well. So I'm tempted to do CIM, but I'm not going to decide. I'm going to give it a week and see how my legs feel after that.
Okay, but you'll have multiple marathons next year.
Oh yeah, I'm sure. Maybe Boston again, so we'll see. Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Going into the race, Gwen and Laura Fleet sort of had most of the attention in terms of American women. Did you think coming in you were going to be the top American?
You know, I don't even think I was mentioned anywhere in the American women's field. And sure, they're great women, but on paper, you don't run a race on paper. And on a day like today, I woke up and I looked at the forecast and I was like, great, the tougher the better. And you know, and I of course admire these women, but I don't see that there was any reason that I should go out there believing I couldn't be the top American. And I don't think it's anywhere as bad as Boston was, but you look at the top 3 American women today, they were not who anyone expected. And I think there is a certain type of person that poor weather brings out the best in them. And I didn't really know that about myself until today because I haven't run a marathon in this bad of conditions. I don't think I've ever run a marathon where it's been raining until today, but I really embraced it out there, and I'm definitely proud of that.
Yeah, I mean, are you happy with the result, or what are your thoughts on the time and the place?
I know I'm faster than that. I'm sure of it. But I don't see that I can be unhappy with a PR and top American. It is frustrating to feel like I was on 2:30 pace until, I don't know, maybe 22, 23 miles. So to feel that confident and then I blew up very bad those last few miles. I think I must have been 8-minute pace coming up that last hill, feeling like my legs were giving out. And I had one of those moments. I was like, is this going to be a YouTube video where someone crawls to the finish? But fortunately, I was able to stay on my feet until just past the finish line. But I've been thinking a lot lately about this concept of. There's this quote, I think it's attributed to Julius Caesar, but it goes, if you want to take the island, burn your boats. And when he would go to conquer an island, he would have his men immediately turn around and burn the boats that they came on. So that they had no choice but to either defeat the people they were fighting or die trying. And I feel like today in that marathon, I burned my boats by going out at 2:30 pace. And I gave myself no other option but to succeed or to fail on a spectacular level. And I'm fortunate that when the rough patches kicked in, it was late enough in the race that no other Americans were able to catch me.
Who do you train with? Where do you train?
I train in Flagstaff now. I've been there a little bit over a year. Steve Magnus is my coach. I actually do most of my running with my sisters. One has run 15:49 in the 5K. The others run 16:12. So they're quite good, and we line up pretty well with a lot of our training. So it's been great. They both moved there specifically to train with me, and that's made all of us better. And all of us have PR'd at multiple distances since training with each other. So I think we have something really special going, and the goal is to get all of us qualified for the 2020 trials. 2 of us are qualified. The other one is not yet, but she will be. So it's a really unique and special situation. But other than that, I'm a little bit of an alpha female, I guess. So I'm more of a lone wolf in that I prefer to do a lot of running alone, but I don't mind it with my sisters.
What are your sisters' names?
Georgia and Shannon Porter. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And do you guys? I mean, do they have full-time jobs, or do they have part-time jobs?
So
what is you guys working?
Shannon, my younger sister, she actually nannies, and my older sister is a personal trainer. But my sponsor, 361, picked both of them up, which is great. And now we have our little thing, which is 3 sisters, 6 legs, 1 dream for 361. And so I've been really grateful that they've been able to now consider themselves at least part-time professional runners. It's a really special thing to see them get sponsored and picked up because both of them took drastically different paths to running than I did. So yeah, but it's been really rewarding so far.
Yeah, and you're full-time?
Yes, I am. I also coach as well. I have, I think, 3 or 4 athletes racing today. Don't know how they did. Haven't checked the tracker yet. But yeah, I also coach, which is just, it's more of a side gig, but it's a lot of fun. I enjoy it.
How did you get hooked up with 361? I don't know if any other runners.
Yeah, it's funny. I've been with them for almost 2 years now, and I hadn't heard of them either. And so when they reached out, I was like, I'm gonna need to test your stuff, like before I commit to this. And I was absolutely blown away. And even like today, most days after a marathon, I would hardly be able to walk, blisters all over my feet, nothing. Like it's been It's honestly the best shoe I've ever run in, so I've been really, really happy about that, and I intend to stay with them for as long as they'll have me.
Where do you see yourself in the bigger picture of American distance running right now? Because obviously the women's marathon is a very strong event, one of the strongest in the distances.
Sure.
Like, how do you fit into that? Where do you fit in going into the trials in 2020?
I mean, it would have been preferable for today to be 40 degrees clear and still and hopefully get that sub 2:30 time. That would have maybe put me in the conversation. But I'm still definitely someone who's on the cusp of the outside of that top tier. But that being said, I don't think that's a bad place to be. I came in as a heavy American underdog this year, and I let it fuel me. So I think going into the trials, even if that means I'm not in anyone's, mindset to make the team, maybe I'm the only one who needs to think that.
Cool. Well, very nice race today.
Yeah, thank you. I appreciate that.